Sometimes when life takes something away from us, we feel lost, confused, and hurt, and we quietly ask ourselves why God would allow such pain. But what we often forget is that God sees the whole picture, while we only see one moment. And this is the story of a little bird who learned that the hardest trials often lead to the greatest blessings. High above a quiet rocky valley, there was a narrow mountain ledge where a little bird had built her small nest. It wasn't perfect, nor the safest, but it was familiar, and familiarity felt like security to her. Every morning she woke to the same sunrise, flew the same short distance in search of food, and returned before sunset, telling herself that this tiny nest was enough, and that nothing needed to change. She believed God had placed her there forever, and so she stopped dreaming of anything beyond that ledge. One evening, dark clouds slowly gathered in the sky. The wind began to howl and whisper warnings, but the little bird stayed inside her nest, trusting what had always protected her before. Suddenly, the storm arrived with a force she had never experienced. Thunder rolled like giants across the mountains. Rain pelted her feathers. The wind tore at the stones around her nest, and in one terrifying instant, the nest cracked and tumbled down the steep cliff. The bird barely escaped with her life, her heart pounding, wings shaking. She circled the ledge in terror, soaked, cold, and trembling, crying silently to God, asking why he would take away the only home she had, where she felt safe, where she thought she belonged. With nowhere to land and exhaustion weighing on her, she flew into the unknown, through darkness, rain, and fear. Every beat of her wings felt heavier than the last. More than once, she thought about giving up, about letting herself fall, about surrendering to despair. But deep inside, a quiet voice whispered to her heart, "Keep flying, keep trusting. Even if you don't understand, even if you cannot see the way, keep moving forward." She obeyed, moving through the night, guided by hope she could barely feel, until finally the storm weakened and morning light broke through the clouds. Exhausted, broken but alive, the little bird landed on a tall tree in a hidden valley she had never seen before. The air was calm and warm, the sunlight danced on sparkling water, fruit-laden branches hung low, and the trees were wide, strong, and welcoming. For the first time in her life, she felt real safety, real abundance, real beauty surrounding her. Slowly, she began to build a new nest, choosing stronger branches, placing it higher and sturdier than before, working patiently with new wisdom. And as she placed each twig, peace filled her heart, for she finally understood that if the storm had never come, she would have stayed trapped on the dangerous ledge forever, thinking it was safety while it was actually limitation. She realized God did not destroy her home to hurt her, He destroyed it to move her. Friends, life works the same way. We all build nests in jobs, relationships, comfort zones, and routines, believing they will last forever. And when they fall apart, we feel abandoned, afraid, and lost. But what we cannot see in our pain is that God is guiding us away from what is small toward what is greater. If your world is shaking right now, if something you loved has been taken away, do not lose faith. Keep flying, even when you feel exhausted. Keep trusting, even when the path is unclear, because what feels like loss today may be the very thing that leads you to the life God always planned for you, a life stronger, safer, richer, and more beautiful than the one you were clinging to. Remember, God never closes a door without opening a better one, and sometimes the storms we fear most are actually carrying us toward our greatest blessings. So when your world feels uncertain, when your heart aches, lift your wings, trust the journey, and know deep down that God has a better plan for you, and your next chapter may just be the most amazing chapter of your life.